right, so welcome to Chop It Up for this, the second Tuesday in the month of September. My name is Kevin, host of the podcast and videocast. And as always, we're here having fun, a completely unscripted, off the cuff, off the dome type of conversation. So I've introduced myself. I'll let the fellas introduce themselves, and then we'll jump into it for today.
Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I need everybody that is a true diehard Dallas fan. I need y'all to do one thing. Just one. We need Garoppolo. I'm going to be the first one to put it out there. I love Dak Prescott. We need a QB. I don't care what anybody says. We need a QB. It's time to cut it. Let's go. Make a trade. I don't care. Trade the cheerleaders for all I don't care. We don't need them. Trade something. I don't care. Trade the screen, whatever you got. Doesn't matter.
Trade Jerry Jones?
That first of all, that ain't happening.
That might be the answer to all your problems.
I've been saying that for how many decades now? How old is Ashley? 28. Okay, I've been saying it for at least 20 years. At least 20.
At least, I believe it. Yeah, if you could
Yeah.
trade him. Darian Lewis, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Kevin, I got to ask you, because, yes, Tories, confirm or deny, does Kevin not look like he done got some sun lately?
I walked outside for 3 minutes, yes.
Bro, I don't know if you live in on what's the planet in front of us.
I think it's the new system, bro.
Is that what it is? The lighting?
Part of it, yeah. I've
Okay.
made adjustments in here.
Because you got a little golden hue going on over there.
Yeah,
He does, but
Made
I think
some
it's the
adjustments.
system, being able to use the camera the way it should be, the colors right. So
Yep.
I really think that's what it is.
Yep.
We'll
That's
take
the
it.
that's the
outside,
techie
too.
in me that says that. So what'd you say, Kev?
I say, yeah. And plus, I just went outside for a few minutes because the
It don't
sun
take
never
much.
goes down here. Mm-mm,
It don't take much.
mm-mm,
Well,
mm-mm.
that explains it. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Happy to be here. Let's go.
It's
All right, real quick. You all know that I am a learner, right? I am an avid learner.
Yes.
I like to learn.
Yes.
So I learned something new this week, and I wanted to share it. Okay. We all know that a 5-sided shape is called what? A pentagon, right?
That's correct.
Right.
Okay. An 8-sided shape is called an octagon, right?
Octagon.
Right.
Do you know what a 10-sided shape is called?
Decagon?
Nope.
I know.
called
I know what a
A
dodecagon
season
is.
gone.
Oh,
It's a season gone.
It's up. It's through. It's gone. Dang. It's called the season gone.
I want to be salty with you right now, but I can't. I want to be upset with you,
Oh.
but I can't. I want to say, "Oh, y'all ain't got no football team other than Chicago," but I can't because you speak nothing but. You know what? I can't get upset this early.
That was classic, dude. That was classic.
I can't get it.
Classic, Kevin. Classic.
Yeah.
You need to grab this clip. I'm
You need-
sorry.
Hey, Kev, I'm gonna give you props on that one.
Proper snap, proper hold.
And then
Down the middle, through the uprights, baby.
think about just the swagger, just to be able to do that when he knows he's a Bears fan.
Oh, listen.
But
Listen.
you know what? I give it to you, Kev. I ain't got no
Yeah.
argument. I ain't mad at you.
And listen, it's made all the more worse because your boy Dak got his hand injured, right? So, like you said, kind of yourself, y'all need somebody because
We need
who
somebody.
y'all have as a backup?
Cooper
Cooper
Rush.
Rush. Cooper who?
I did not know the man existed until he stepped on the field.
Call
We had
Jimmy G.
him as a backup like 3-4 years ago.
Exactly.
And guess what? He sucked.
Call Kaepernick. Listen,
He ain't gonna do that. You know good well he ain't gonna do that.
see if Jim McMahon is if his knees are okay right now.
Jim McMahon.
Listen,
Oh, Steve Young. Somebody. Brett Favre. I don't care. What's Randall Cunningham doing right now?
okay,
Somebody.
anybody,
everybody. Scream. Too funny. Yes, sir.
All right.
And there's gonna be some fans out there that's gonna not like what I'm saying right now. I stopped watching the game. Second half, when they scored that touchdown, what's on TV?
Oh wow.
I'm too old to be worried about this stuff like that. I'm a fan. I will always pull for the Cowboys. I don't sit at home and watch a bad movie. I turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't like a movie or TV show, what else is on TV?
Yeah, but
football, pure entertainment. Pure entertainment. If it sucks, you got a bad product on the field, guess what? I'm not watching. OU, same way. I'm turning it. OSU, say Carolina, my team. Let's go. I love football. Don't get me wrong.
So what'd you turn it on to?
What did I watch? It wasn't any better. Before the 90-day fiance. It wasn't any better.
Oh, wow.
But it was entertaining. It was entertaining. More than, man, please. Actually, it was better, to be honest. Because yes, it was better.
Okay.
Listen, Cam is still available, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Somebody. And then
Yes.
Jerry Jones had his, he's going to be back in 4 weeks. Bro, go sit down somewhere. Go read
You don't want him back in 4 weeks. Think about it. Listen to that. He'll be back in 4 weeks. Dude, his throwing hand. You don't want him back in 4 weeks.
He had surgery.
That's my point.
Yesterday. Yeah. Surgery. Yeah. He's not back in 4 weeks. He's not back in 4 weeks.
And like Darian said, you don't want him back in 4 weeks.
You don't want him back in 4 weeks.
Even if the X-rays and everything come back positive, you don't want him back yet.
Just pains me to say this. Oof.
You want Eli Manning to come back and play?
And boy, I almost cuss you out.
He said we desperate, but we ain't that desperate.
Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning NFC East.
Oh wow. Wow. Gave it to him already.
You know how hard that is?
That's a pretty bold statement.
I'm not giving it to the Commanders. Come on now. Please. I'm not giving it to them. Who else is in the division?
I was about to say who else? Who's the last one in the division?
Oh, the Giants.
The Giants. That's it.
That's a JV.
Yeah. What Eagles? Good job.
The Giants didn't win. Didn't the Giants win?
Well.
And Saquon ran for like 180 yards.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. This season it's starting off to where you can't let nobody rest. Not right now.
No. Let him close.
The Bears had a very decisive win.
Yeah, and it was good to watch the boys do a slip and slide through the grass on Soldier Field after they won. Now, am I putting them in the playoffs? Putting them in the playoffs in the finals? No. I'm just saying it's good to see the investment in Justin Fields look like it's going to be paying off. That's what I'm excited about. Still got some things to do.
Yeah. I want Justin Fields to do well, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he will. I think I think that was the intention in the first place. Whatever the controversy was of putting him out there up front, but if you'll notice, it was almost like you're trying to hold somebody back when he first got into the league. Like they need him so bad.
Right.
We need you right now. But if we do that, we may actually run into the risk of spoiling you, and I'm not spoiling in a good way, just spoiling you in the sense of you have no transition, into this league. No time to adjust, no time to learn, and no time to watch.
Right.
Which I believe, honestly, from even the conversation we had last week, with some of the greatest quarterbacks that we were talking about, those guys actually had an opportunity to sit back and watch for a number of years. So yeah.
That's very Jay. He just needs.
I agree. I agree 100%. We've been saying that for a minute.
Because he can scramble if he needs to, but if he can hang in that pocket for a little bit,
he can be deadly.
With his arm strength, he could do it. And
we've said it many a time. If your O-line is squat, it doesn't matter who's behind there. It does not matter. It could be Brady, it could be Joe Montana. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who your quarterback is if your O-line sucks. You gotta have a solid line.
I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Even if I never played football before college, and I was 6'2", 6'3",
bro,
260,
bro.
I mean, that's a small lineman. I'd be like, I can write my own ticket. Oh, I'm about to be a millionaire. Because right now, linemen are at a premium. Good linemen are at a premium. Yeah, bro, man, you can write your own ticket.
Bro, don't make me break out a jersey real quick and go walk on some field right now. Y'all get a line?
I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, yeah, come on. Come on, we'll check you out. We'll check you out.
All I need is a shot.
Y'all forget I got a retired lineman sitting in my house, right?
Yes, you do.
Hey, send him to Irving, Texas, bro.
Like, look,
let's go.
He just walk out. Walk out to the star.
Jerry Jones be like this.
Son, come talk to me.
Hey, son, come here.
Right.
Okay. Forget 6'1", 6'2", talking 6'7", 6'8". Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shoot. I'm telling you, you can write your own ticket right now. The big boys.
Put that boy in some Under Armour gear, just have him walk on the field. That's all we need to do. Just walk on a field.
Yep.
Because they'll be like, oh, we can show you the rest.
Well, I mean, because even in his time, they were telling him, look, you can't coach size.
No, you can't.
You can't coach size. I can coach the other fundamentals, but if you got the size, I got some stuff I can work with.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't coach size. I can't make a 5'6" player play like a 6'3" player.
you can't do it.
Can't do that.
No,
just can't do it. So yeah. All right.
So
parents feeding their kids Hot Pockets now.
Hot Pocket.
Here, boy. I just ate. Here.
Hot Pockets and sticks of butter inside of hot chocolate. Drink it. It tastes funny. Drink it.
Drink it all.
Mama, why is my heart crawling?
Man, they are tapping. Come on.
Why is my heart taking a nap right now?
All right, I don't feel good. Boy, shake it off.
Go walk it off.
Okay. And go run through that wall over there. Go ahead.
Go drink some Tussin. You'll be all right. That's a whole nother story.
Listen.
Funny.
You got folks asking questions like, what is Tussin right now?
If you don't know,
ask somebody.
I can tell your age if you don't know.
Make sure they're over the age of 40, though. But if not, they're not going to know.
Yeah.
Nah, they're going to have to look
at
up.
There's stuff that I don't even know if they still put it, what was it, back team?
Oh, wow.
No, this is back team. The spray?
Okay. Yeah.
I got a bottle in my cabinet right now.
Was it passed down from your mom and daddy?
Nah, it ain't that old, bro.
Okay.
That stuff probably eat through a chain link fix. That old.
Listen. Back team.
Back team.
No, sometimes when that would be sprayed on your wounds, you're just like, no, give me the alcohol. I want the alcohol.
Right.
Don't be spraying the back team on. That back team burned.
Hey, remember Vicks Formula 44? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Boy, back in y'all don't know what y'all missing. Y'all lucky. Everything's in a tablet form now.
Listen, man, you'd hit that Vicks. That Vicks drop you to your knee. Just drop. Boom. Oh, okay. Go lay down, baby. Go lay down.
Hey, but about 10 minutes later, you're back. Out. Just gone.
Your parents would give it to you and literally tell you immediately, go lay down.
go.
Like, don't stop. Don't get a drink of water.
Get up under the covers first. Get up under the covers. Lay down. And they're in another room. Yeah, we're gonna let that sweat it out.
Boy, folks don't know. That was a time. That was a ticking time bomb. They already knew. Yeah, you got a few seconds. You got a few seconds.
Hey, they had to make sure you got to the bed, because if not, why is that boy on the
floor?
You a straight dead weight.
Hey, Berta, he didn't make it to the bed. We got to get him right now.
Oh, Lord, we're showing our age. I love it.
Oh, you wake up to shag carpet print on the side of your face. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know. Boy.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, man.
I saw something
real cream
kind of along this same line. I saw someone said, do y'all realize that it was only like 30 years ago that we had people taking plastic tarps, putting them in their bedroom and pouring water from the outside into them and calling it a bed?
Yes. Yes. Running a hose from the outside through your window.
And having a water bed. Yep.
Boy. Hey, we thought we were big time too, man. That water bed is probably a good 20 years old, but we thought we were big time. Sitting in bed, baby, this is nice. This is boy, after about a week, God, I hate this thing.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
So
and
bad.
if you roll the wrong way,
you was done.
Oh man, you literally stuck
just in the corner. I'm like, baby, hey, help me out.
You were just done.
And then if you had to get up to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Like a you was looking like a turtle on your back sometimes.
It was so bad.
Oh my God. Oh,
my stomach hurts.
And don't lay down too quickly and catch your knee on that corner.
Boy. I'm like, rapture Jesus the rapture right now, please, because I just ripped my knee off. Boy.
Oh my goodness. And of course you landed hard in the water, so you just
right.
And here we go.
There's no need in making the bed. What good is making the bed for? It's just gonna come right. I don't know why, bro. I was
water
so good
beds.
To get rid of that thing. I was so happy to get rid of that thing because it was a gift to us. Somebody gave. Now I know why.
I never bought a water bed, and I think I've had like 3 or 4.
Neither did I.
Here's my problem. Now that I'm looking back, like, why did I keep accepting them? What did I think was going to be different?
One. I
had 2. I had 2. I had 2, but I'm like, you didn't like the first one. Why did you like it?
But maybe this is gonna be different.
No, I just think I probably was sleeping on the floor at the time. Like, whatever. Whatever. Oh, thank you.
I get it.
Thank you. This is from God. Thank you.
Now, do you know what would change your life though? An adjustable bed.
Never had one.
The adjustable bed frames.
Yeah, I know something.
So we had to get a mattress a couple months ago. And so we go to Mattress Firm, and we were like, look, we need king size. We're not trying to get the pillow top with the therapeutic and all of that stuff. We need a mattress. Okay, lay on this one. Let me know as far as firm, what have you. So we lay down, and he goes through this whole spiel. And then he's like, and so we also have the adjustable bed frame. So he starts, lifting up the top and then lifting up the legs. He's like, that's actually where you're supposed to sleep, whatever. And then he was like, but this is how you're normally sleeping. And then he let us like lay in that and get used to that for a while. And then he pulled it back to regular. And it was like, I felt like, oh, this is bad. I literally felt like I was being stretched.
You know what he did, don't you? He made you feel your age at that point.
That too, yes.
The older you get and the flatter it is, the worse it is.
So it was like, okay.
He knew what he was doing.
That's on the bucket list. That's on the list now. We got to add the adjustable bed frame to the list now of things we need to get. Because I was like, yeah, I need that in my life.
I guess so. Adjustable bed frame. Got it.
We are supposed to be talking about football, but I don't know how we got on it. We just
It was
kinda
my
jumped
fault.
all around.
I'll take blame for it. It doesn't matter to me. I'll take blame.
All right, so let's jump into it. We got the football season that has started. We did talk about how one team season seems to be almost done, unless they call up Cam, call up Kaepernick, call up try and make a trade for Jimmy G. We talked about how my Bears are looking good after the first week. Let's hope that they can continue on. But let's kind of dig into who are the top QBs that we're expecting big things out of this season. We'll start with the QBs. I think the one that I think we can all agree on that I'm expecting, or for me at least, I'm expecting big things, and it's because it is a contract year for him, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's going to, I believe he's going to work to ball out as much as he can this year.
Now they didn't come to it. So he's in his 5th year.
Right.
Because they couldn't come to an agreement. You're right. I would ball out too.
Yeah.
Like
they came with some money, but he was like, no, that's not enough.
Yeah, he said, I need more. Can't say I blame him. Yeah.
So he's like, I'm a ball out. I'm gonna get my money and get someplace else.
I think Baltimore's gonna pull a rabbit out of their hat. I think they're gonna figure out a way to keep him. I honestly think he wants to stay.
Oh, he does. I believe he wants to stay.
Yeah, I honestly believe he wants to stay. Because it took them a minute, but I honestly believe that they came to a meeting of the minds of finding a way to wrap the system around Lamar and also allow Lamar to acclimate to the system. That if what I'm saying is making any sense at all, they came together and figured it out. Let's figure out what, how do we capitalize on this man's strengths, right, but still capitalize on building a team. And they're close to really, really being successful with that. So I don't think they want to go anywhere. I really don't. But we shall see, because when you get these agents involved, they could care less where you at. We don't care what color their uniform is.
Yeah, true. And again, we're talking about a violent sport called football. So as much as you want to ball out, just like we saw with Dak, anything can happen in the midst of a game that just derails things.
True. Very true.
Anything. NFL is so violent that you have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah. Or at least make sure you get guaranteed money so that even after 26 accusations, you still get paid.
Exactly. And I think that was one of the contract negotiations that Lamar was wanting, was more guaranteed money, which I can't blame him. And a sport like football, get as much guaranteed money as you can, as much upfront. It's biggest. Let it be the biggest signing bonus. Get your paper, brother. Yep. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, because if Kyler Murray can get that, come on, man. We're talking Kyler Murray.
I knew it.
For those of you that are wondering, this is Kyler Murray sitting on at the kitchen table with his legs just dangling.
Hey, that's not as bad as the one. It's not as bad as the one with the ropes.
Oh yeah,
with the ropes and his shoestrings. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all ain't nobody got no love for Kyler Murray.
No, I mean I like the kid, but
the boy can scoot now.
The boy could go, but he, as much money as they paid him, if I'm Lamar, I'm like, y'all see what they paid him? This boy didn't read playbooks. Come on now, I'm better than that.
Yep.
So yeah, I can't blame Lamar. So I'm going with. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Quick question. No, this is connected but kind of off. Aren't they about to vote again on increasing the salary cap?
I'm not sure.
Did I read that somewhere?
You may be right.
Now, my question is, if you do that every year, what's the point of having a cap?
Well, here's the thing. They didn't used to. I don't think they've done it. I don't think it used to be every year.
Anyway, I read somewhere somebody's increasing their salary cap, and I can't remember if it's.
No, I'm not saying they're not. I just don't remember them actually doing it every single year, though. Or have I just not paid attention?
No, not necessarily. No. I'm just saying it's like
Because the last collective bargaining agreement they did was in 2020.
Right.
So I forgot how NFL works, because NFL works a little differently than NBA as far as the salary cap.
It does. I don't think the penalties are as stiff in the NFL as they are in the NBA, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I could be wrong on it.
Yeah, so they have a hard cap right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the cap right now is at $208 million for the season. So whatever you do, you got to figure out how to do it with $208 million
For a season.
for a season.
That's not
That's your salary for the season. Your salary
for your whole roster.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So you got the brothers that's getting paid, and then the brothers that's getting, lunch money.
How many teams? All right, there's got to be teams over that. It's got to be. Or
that is what I'm saying, man. However they're structuring these contracts,
it's heavy. A lot of these contracts are heavy with incentives, which goes towards their salary as far as that cap, I would think. So I don't know.
Yeah,
is it what their salary is? So is it what their salary is at the beginning of the season, or what the salary is at the end of the season? Because if it's filled with incentives and they don't hit those incentives, then that doesn't
get paid.
Cap. That's right. So that's my question: is that cap based on the end of the season pay or the beginning of the season possible pay?
That's so looking at right now. I'm looking at the NFL salary cap tracker. So I don't know how this is set, but for example, Dallas has $12 billion as far as cap space. They have a total cap of 207. So I'm sure there's some finagling in there as far as how it gets that high, and then they still have some left over. But yeah, Jacksonville has the highest total cap of 229 million.
How does that work? I got to dig into that.
Does 75% of that go to Trevor Lawrence? I mean, who else do they have? I mean, wow, that's a lot of mismanagement there. Oof, good grief.
And the Cleveland Browns got the most cap space left available. They got 38 million still to play with.
It shows.
Yeah, but that could, with where they are and what they need.
Mm-hmm.
Still not a lot for what they need, because they need everything.
Yeah, but if that's 38 million for this year,
they can sign a lot of guys with that though. A lot of cheap talent.
They could also get one or two. Well, this late, never mind. I was about to say they could also get one or two juggernauts, but they don't make good decisions. They just don't make good decisions. I don't care what the money they have. They don't make good decisions.
Is Odell still hurt?
Yes.
With the Rams? Okay.
So yeah. Pull a couple of guys out of retirement. What's that now?
I'll see what Tori was about to say.
I said call it T.O.
No, as far as your quarterback.
Mine's going to be pretty obvious because that's what I drafted. It's my first pick. You're never supposed to go to quarterback first, but I had to get him. Josh Allen.
Mr. Trubisky.
Not even close. No.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, man. I mean, you saw what he did that first game against that really good Rams defense. The Rams defense is no joke. And he put up some numbers, man. How many touchdowns was that? Where's he at? Was it 4 touchdowns? No, 2 touchdowns. No, where's it at? Yeah, 3 TDs, rushing TD, so 4 altogether against the Rams. I mean, 26 for 31, almost 84% completion rate. I mean, the kid was lights out. And right now, they're my pick as far as getting out of the AFC.
Yeah,
that's my pick, and because I think they're just that good. And I had Josh Allen last year, and I picked him up again this year for that reason. Because I think right now he's the best quarterback out there.
He did his
I
thing.
couldn't disagree with you. Yeah,
he definitely did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Okay. So okay, I'm gonna go with an obvious picks. To me, there's always gonna be three that are gonna just be in the mix right now, just because they are just have been for the last 3, 4, 5 years. So I'm gonna roll first and foremost with my man, Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, sir. He was my number 2.
Definitely expect. I can't even say I'm expecting big things from him because he produces. Well, here's my point. He produces big, no matter. He just, and for whatever reason, he finds another gear whenever the rest of his team kind of lays down on him. Like he did when they played Tampa Bay. What was that? 2 years ago?
Yes, for the Super Bowl.
And he like. How are you laying sideways and gunslinging it sideways?
Still slinging it.
Still slinging it sideways, very accurately. I mean, he was just, and you could see the frustration on his face, and his whole play went to a whole nother level. So my point is, I expect Patrick Mahomes to be Patrick Mahomes. I expect I expect him to be surgical again. This year. So
well, here's why I don't disagree with that, man, because first of all, what he did against Arizona. Oh my gosh. I mean, 5 TDs, 6 TDs. How many did he do?
It was 5.
And here's the reason I think that he's going to have a great year. Not just because that's just what he does, not because he was laying sideways and slinging it down the field. But I think his ego is bruised. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. Why? Because when they got rid of Tyreek, the offense is not going to be the same. We're going to see the real Patrick Mahomes. What have they been saying for the past 2 years? Yeah, I could be quarterback with all those weapons, with a fantastic running back, a great wide receiver that's running anybody out the league, one of the best tight ends in the game right now. So I really do believe that he's going to be playing with a chip on the shoulder and has something to prove. And guess what? I'm okay with that because that's how he was his first 2 years in the league. That's what he was at Texas Tech.
Well, I think also along with that,
I like him like that.
Yeah, I think also along with that, I think not only what they've been saying, what others have been saying, but Tyreek got down to Miami. It was like Tua is the greatest.
Which I don't know what he was talking about, bro.
Listen, I understand gassing up your quarterback. I understand you want your quarterback to throw to you.
Right.
But
let's speak a little
truth. You went a little too far, bro.
Just a little bit. So I really do. I think Mahomes has something to prove. And guess what? I'm okay with that.
Tyreek, honestly, I think part of that had to do some of that had to do with the fact that Tyreek, though he was a favorite weapon, he was not the number one weapon in Kansas City.
Yeah,
he wasn't,
and he felt like he should have been.
Right.
But in Miami, you're basically the only weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So yeah. My quarterback's the best. He's the best ever. Well, of course, you're the only one he's going to throw to.
Technically, the number one weapon was the quarterback. Technically, the number 2 weapon was the best tight end in the game. I don't care what anybody says. He's better than most wide receivers.
True.
That dude's a beast.
Right.
True.
I would throw to him every time I got a chance too.
Yeah,
it's hard to be the number one weapon on a team that has players that will be number one weapons on other teams.
Everywhere.
Anywhere.
Right.
Everywhere. Yes.
Yeah.
But
so
you got 4 and 5 number one players on one team. Yeah. It's going to be difficult to be the number one guy when every other option is a top option as well.
Everybody can't be Jordan. It doesn't work that way.
Mm-mm.
It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and in the game of football, you need those options, and he should know that.
Yeah.
He should know that. He should. Well, anyway, they all have egos the size of California.
Right.
So,
Here's the other problem. If they double Tyreek, it's not like they're worried about anybody else. What made Tyreek so dangerous that you couldn't double him? I mean, you couldn't double anybody.
Right.
Because they would eat you alive, man.
right.
Yeah.
The minute you try to shut one down, and who did they do that to? Somebody actually tried that. I can't remember who I watched. They tried that. They doubled up on Tyreek, for a series or two, and they had to let that go,
Right.
because they just kept getting burned. Like,
they were getting jacked, man. They were getting killed.
And I'm like, who is this kid? Where'd that guy come from? So
yeah.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, man. Between Kelsey and everybody, yeah, bro. It was
Yeah.
Who you got, Kev?
My next one is Justin Herbert, Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay.
The kid's good, man. The kid is good.
Now, again, this is a pick that I'm looking at saying he's either going to have a breakout year or he's just going to have a mediocre year. And I'm saying because he had three touchdowns on Sunday, over 250 yards.
Think so.
So there's potential there, right?
There is.
So granted, it was against the Raiders, which is a junior college team, but.
Oh man, yeah.
I think that there's something that could be there. I think he's going to get better the more confidence that he develops,
right.
And just the more that they put trust in him.
Okay. They got him finishing up last year at number 4. So, yeah, obviously he's expected to do some big things. So, good stuff.
And if I had retired from fantasy football, he'd probably be my QB2, just as a sleeper pick that most people aren't picking up on just yet.
I didn't know you retired from fantasy football.
I retired, went out on top, and said, "I'm done."
You won and said never again.
That's how goats leave, sir.
Well, I'm sorry. No, I didn't go out on top. I won my next to last year, and then in the last game of the year that I actually retired, I was in the finals in the title game, basically.
Right.
And I think I lost by like 4 or 5 points.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah, but it was like, you know what? By that time, it was like, all right, I'm good. I've got my championship out. I've proven that I know what I'm doing. I'm hanging it up. I know when to walk away.
Walk this way.
He said, oh man, that's hilarious.
That's
your name's not Brett Favre or Jerry Rice, huh?
No.
Or Joe Montana.
Or Joe Montana.
Or Brett Favre.
Or Tom Brady.
Yeah. Who might be losing his marriage.
But he won a Super Bowl 2 years ago, though. But he won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. So, I mean, I know whatever you've done for me lately. I get it. I'm not a Tom Brady apologist. I'm just saying those other cats we talked about, they weren't even close to getting to a Super Bowl. So
when they retired the first time.
What?
Much less once they came back. So yeah, you have a point there.
Right. Just saying.
Oh, too funny.
So my second one, because I do agree with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert was an interesting pick. I don't disagree with it. I just want to see what he can do in the postseason now. Because the dude can sling it. He can sling the rock. I'm picking this other one for the same reason that I agree with Patrick Mahomes. I know you said Patrick Mahomes for a different reason, and you know my reason because of the chip on his shoulder. Not saying I'm a huge fan of this guy, but I really do believe he's going to be playing with a point to prove, and that's Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he lost Aaron Rodgers. Oh, here we go. I know he literally lost the best receiver in the game, arguably, in Devontae Adams. But I really do think he has a point to be. I didn't draft him. I wasn't planning on drafting him. But I really do believe for this conversation that he has a point to prove. So we'll see what happens this year.
I'm gonna tell you who else I think has a point to prove.
Who's that?
Mr. Joe Burrow.
Why?
For most people, I'm just looking at Joe's track record of how he plays, college to now.
Okay.
Mhm.
If he was in the black church, 99 and a half just won't do. Yeah. Oh my God. Tory went all the way in.
Hey, but that was my jam back in the
Shout out to the
Bro.
Clark sisters.
You went back to the whole Baptist church march down the aisle.
I went way back to Hezekiah Walker, brother. Him redoing that song. Yes.
Do y'all remember church choirs marching in, like having, like choreographing,
Yes.
like new edition steps?
Yes.
We
If
did,
it isn't
bro.
God, why do I praise Him now?
Hey, here's the thing. You may not know the song, but you better know the moves coming down the aisle. I'm just saying.
Listen,
don't misstep. You will be in the back.
Man, boy.
Hey,
That brings back some memories.
robes and all, bro.
can't you see the clouds gathering?
Boy,
Don't let it be yet too
Oh my God.
late.
I promise you, anyone, first of all, not raised in black church, and number two, 35 or under, are like, what? And why are they laughing? This doesn't even sound funny. You had to be there. That's all I got to say. You had to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Man, them marches, the marching alone was a 20-minute song. And then once they got up there, they had to adjust. Everybody.
Dude, it was a whole
Because you had
thing,
to practice
man.
the timing.
It was a whole
You had to
thing.
practice.
And then here's the thing: if you're in the choir while everybody's marching down, and if you're not rocking right, oh, they're gonna get you. And then if you don't know how to do this,
Right.
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Just, hey,
Mhm.
the half rock and then come back. If you don't know how to do that, get out.
It's a wrap.
Oh my
It's a wrap.
goodness.
Get out. If you don't,
Hilarious.
telling you, if you don't know how to do that, get out.
Yeah.
Man.
You'll practice that next rehearsal. We'll get you next Sunday. We come up. Yeah.
It literally
Marches.
was. You have to. Okay, when they get to this chair, now you go.
Yes.
When you get to that chair, now you go.
Yes.
And you had to be on beat too.
Yes.
You had to catch the beat.
You sit there like this. I go. You had to get it right, man.
Oh my goodness, boy, the memories.
Good times, I'm telling you, good times, bro.
Choir marches, choir robes. Yeah, man.
Listen.
The memories.
But the rope, though, our church's choir robes are lit. And again, Laodicea. But anyway, New Spirit was slapping though, bro. Hey, the robes, when we graduated from minor melodies to the junior choir, we went out of them green robes to them blue robes. Oh boy, you couldn't mess with us, man.
Hilarious.
The children's choirs, when I was in it, started off with just like wooden, not wood, but like white
wooden
coverings,
robes,
almost like frocks, almost, right?
like burlap bags.
Almost. And then we graduated to some blue robes with the red stoles.
Yeah.
And then when you got to the young adult choir, they had the white with the JWJ on there.
Right.
And then when you got to the sanctuary choir, then that's when you had the stole on the back.
Bro.
Or then they graduated up to where it's like the mauve and purple type. Yeah.
I'm telling you, hey, minor melodies, we had that green with that green sash. Then junior choir just said junior on it. But then if you graduated to the New Spirit Gospel Choir, that burgundy and that cream sash with the hood hanging off the back, bruh. Hey, what is that? Velvet? Bro. It was amazing. Bro, yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's one of my biggest regrets from church was that we changed churches before I had the opportunity to be a part of the New Spirit Gospel Choir. But my mom and dad part of the choir for years, dude. I mean years. I'm like, boy, Boy, stop crying. You'll be all right. Let's go do praise and worship over here. Okay.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna see if I can find a picture from our church. I'm going through my Facebook. Y'all can go ahead. I'm gonna find it though.
Memories in the corners of my mind.
Listen.
Our choir had the reversible robes.
Oh, y'all were fancy.
Yeah, we had the reversible robes.
Okay.
So, but they only reversed them because I think they had cream on one side and burgundy on the other. So
Okay.
burgundy was like a regular service, like a real special service got the flip.
Mhm.
Yeah, all of a sudden, the first time they did that, everybody was like, how we are. And of course, they did the march.
Right.
Right. Right. So they couldn't be in the sanctuary. They had to go change into the robes down in the fellowship hall.
Nobody had to make an entrance. Could
nobody even know, boy.
Dude, that's another thing. I mean, we had to walk around the church outside in the hot heat, stand outside of the sanctuary doors. Well, the foyer, then the doors. Boy, it'd be so hot up in those robes, man.
To make an entrance, so no one would see you.
And we all had on black shoes and black pants at the time.
Bro,
it was hot,
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
Good time.
All right. This is shout out to my James Memorial family. Church I grew up in. Here we go. That was the children's choir.
Please tell me you're in this picture.
I am, but I'm not telling where.
Hold on. Go back. Nah. Go back, bro.
You notice he won't enlarge it.
I think that's
look at that fro.
boy, you gotta be careful with that fro, bro. Look
at that fro.
Yep. Pretty sure that's me.
Wow. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then you had the young adult choir. This is the Witnesses.
Witnesses. That's what I'm
love it. I love it.
Looking like a church drum major team.
Hey, get it.
And then this is the combined choir.
Okay.
So the young adults and the sanctuary choir all together. Yep.
All together. The combined. Yes. The church mass choir. Hey, look at the family. Yes, sir.
That was mom. Yep.
Good stuff, man.
So yeah.
Shout out.
That was 70s for sure.
Oh shoot! Hold on. Did I just find a picture?
Well, we left football a long time
right.
ago.
We have dabbled in and out of football. We
lost football a long time.
Oh yeah,
ago.
That's a picture, but that's an old picture there though.
So
yeah, that's a long time ago. That ain't us. That's what I was probably even born at that point. Yeah, we left football a long time ago, fellas.
Okay.
Left football a long time. It's good memories though, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah. All right, because who were we talking about? You said
I said Aaron Roger. You said who?
Yeah.
Kevin can't fix his lips to say that name.
Right, not even close.
Mm-mm.
I can't say I blame him, but I think he has something to prove though. Outside of that,
he's the thing from what was it? Upside Down.
The theme from Upside Down.
Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things. I stopped watching that show.
You and I both was like, what?
I was like, what? I was like, yeah, you lost me on that one, bro.
Man,
all right.
I don't know.
Who you got, Darian?
I'm just because I think there's a lot of pressure on him to reproduce what he's produced last year, and somebody may have already said his name, Matthew Stafford.
No, nobody said him yet.
Yeah, Mr. Stafford. I just think there's a lot. When you win, I think it's more pressure when you win than if you come close to losing, and lose. I really think because everybody wants to repeat that, and They want to see that happen. So I think there's just a lot of expectation on him, and I honestly believe he's going to do everything he can to live up to it. So
Right.
so yeah, Matthews. Plus he's good. He's good. Plain and simple, he's good. One of the things that I love seeing are the quarterbacks. Once you put them in real pressure situations, you see who they really are.
Mhm.
And I felt like last postseason he got put to the test, and he came through.
Yeah.
He came through. That's where I felt the postseason was where I fell in love with Josh Allen. Because to me, his game stepped up to a completely different level in postseason because it had to. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you were surrounded by a very good team, but there were times when that team was not coming through for you.
Right.
Especially that front line, they were literally collapsing on him, and he just started making stuff happen. And I felt like the same thing with Matthew Stafford. Just when they needed consistent performance, he stepped up and made sure that happened. So,
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Now, I'm not putting him as a number one or top. I'm putting him as an interesting because and I'll say I was putting him as interesting before the first game. Now I'm like, he might be in for trouble. And that's what's his name? Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I'm kind of pulling for him, but after this past weekend, I'm like, But he's an interesting because if he does well, he does well, right? But I don't know if he's going to do it. We'll see. But he's an interesting pick.
Does he have enough around him to really produce?
I don't think so.
True.
There's only so much magic a quarterback can produce, and to me, he was never a breakout. The quarterback that they had needed to be replaced, and obviously, and this kid's his leadership and his work ethic. But does he have enough around him to really pull out, a breakout year? I agree. I don't think so.
So I don't know if I like the term breakout year for the ones that we're picking. I think we're just saying, are they going to have a year?
I'm talking about one guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm simply talking about Jalen Hurts because he needs a breakout year.
He does need a breakout year because he hasn't had one yet.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. For me,
I was saying Justin Herbert, I think, is going to have a good year. Period. I think he's going to have a good year, and
Justin Herbert's already had a breakout year. Yes,
continue his trajectory up. Right.
Exactly. For
me, I think for Jalen Hurts, I think it's are you going to fulfill some of the hype that's been there? Not that there's been a whole lot of hype, right? But are you going to fulfill some of that, or are you just going to be a mediocre journeyman quarterback that just kind of makes it through the NFL for a few seasons? So that's what I'm looking at for him.
Right.
So this, is this in his terms a breakout year? Not to break out into the top echelon of QBs,
right,
but to fulfill at least some of the things that he has the potential, I think, to do.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. He to me, he could definitely be more of a dual threat. But I don't know if he has the line to really produce the space he needs in order to be that kind of threat. Because if you don't know if a guy's going to produce 15 with his legs or 30 with his arm, you respect him differently.
You do.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you know he's going to lean, okay, he may get 3 to 5 with that arm, but if he gets loose, he's going to get us for 20-25, then you know what to do,
Exactly.
or vice versa. But if he's truly, and to me, Jalen's probably the most balanced, possible potential balanced dual threat that we've seen in the NFL so far. Like what he can produce with his arm and what he can produce with his legs is pretty balanced to me. So if they ever give him what he needs to really capitalize, you don't believe that?
More balanced than Mahomes?
Mahomes can't run. Mahomes has capitalized. Mahomes has capitalized on that wonderful line he has, but Mahomes ain't got no legs. Come on now.
Oh, I'm not saying the dude is running a 3.2 40. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying he's running a 6.2 40. Have you watched him?
Okay, but have you seen him do? Okay. Are we giving it to the line? Is that what we're saying? We're saying that he can have.
I am.
Are you saying he has all those really good rushes only because of his line?
He has those really. When have you seen him? Okay. When have you seen him? When have you seen him dodge through, break anyone's ankles?
Hardly ever. Hardly ever.
That's my point. He takes advantage of situations.
Okay, but I'm going by what you said. A threat, both running and throwing. Patrick Mahomes is still a threat running and throwing. So now I'm not talking about the type of threat. There's for running a type of threat. Yes, I get that. Breaking ankles, yeah, hurts you. And guess what? Kyler Murray too. If you want to talk about running, he's a better runner than Mahomes. But the dude, you still have to be careful with Mahomes because he will pick up and run the ball, but he's smart with it. He's not juking you out. He's not doing spin moves, but he's getting 15 yards. He's getting 12 yards. He's getting 9 yards.
But okay. And so my argument,
right? Does it not count as a run? That's all I'm asking.
Oh, it absolutely counts as a run. But I don't know if they respect his run. Is my point. He capitalizes on what the line is able to produce to him, and when all of his weapons are shut down, he takes that 15 because it's wide open.
So what you're saying, he's not getting a what's the word when they shadow the quarterback? What is that coverage? A spy. He's not being spied like Jalen Hurts. I'll give you that. Yes,
and that's what I'm saying. They can't afford to do that to him. They can't afford to do that because he will kill you with his arm.
Yes, he will. I give you that. But he's still a threat. I think he's still a balanced threat, but not in the way. I get what you're saying, not with Jalen Hurts because.
And again, I'm not saying Jalen's arm is great, nor are his legs great. I'm saying of the two, you got to respect what he's going to do because however he's going to get you, he can get you with either one.
Wait, can we say the same thing about Lamar though, as far as a balance? I think there's a greater balance with Lamar than there is with Jalen Hurts. He's a good thrower and a great runner. I mean, he's even better. I think he's better than a good thrower. I think he's a great thrower. I think Lamar Jackson is great in both, to be honest.
But I think they fear his run more than they fear his throw.
Who? Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah,
they fear the run from him more than they fear his throw.
And I think that's the same thing with Jalen Hurts, which is on a greater level. I think they fear Jalen Hurts' run more than the throw, but I think when you compare it to Lamar Jackson, it's a greater threat for Lamar Jackson than Jalen Hurts. So I get the argument of a good balance, but I think there's a handful of others that are better than Jalen Hurts when it comes to that balance. That's just me personally.
And Jalen does. I was just looking at the depth chart. Jalen does have he's got Devontae Smith and AJ Brown,
right,
as his targets. So it's not like he has completely garbage.
He's got good route runners. He's got smart receivers.
Right. It's just a matter of will he get it to them. And
right.
On Sunday he didn't.
And it's not like those guys are incredibly young. You know, AJ Brown's he's not how many years is
Devontae's been in what, 4 years, I think?
The 4 years?
No, Devontae's been, this is Devontae's second year.
Oh, is it his second year? Last year was his rookie year?
This is just Devontae's second year.
AJ's
4 years.
Okay.
He's got 4 years on him.
Okay. I don't know why the other guy was wrong. Okay.
Yeah, this is his fourth year.
All right, I was wrong on that then. I thought it was different.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, if they ever figure out how to use Devontae, if Jalen can get it to him,
right?
Yeah,
they're gonna. Yeah, that's a whole nother. Yeah, that's gonna have to shift whole defenses.
If was an if.
All of that is a big if. Yeah,
a huge.
Yeah, big if. So
it's a huge if.
All right. Well, we're at our time. We have jumped around on everything from church choir robes to football,
the Vicks Formula 4
vaccine, and Vicks 44.
This show is what you would consider the leftover show. This is when you just go in the refrigerator. We ain't cooking tonight.
What I want to eat.
We just put it all out for you.
We got pasta salad. We got fried chicken from a couple of days ago. We got some spaghetti.
We got some Chinese food. Yeah, boy, we got a little bit of fish over here, man. Is that some leftover pho from the other night? Yeah, we pull that out.
Pull it out. Pull it out.
Yeah.
It was essentially eat it before it goes bad.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was tonight.
We call that Fend for Yourself Thursdays.
Yes,
That's
sir.
What that was.
Whatever's in there, and if you still didn't get enough, there's a peanut butter sandwich waiting for you.
Hey. You may not have jelly, but you got some peanut butter in there.
You got some peanut butter. Knock it out.
You got oatmeal. You got ramen somewhere. Shoot, you may even have a can of Spam. Hey,
Bruh.
We
can get creative.
Hey, eggs
all right, look,
Spam, brother.
that is it for this episode of Chop It Up. We will see you all next Tuesday. Have a great one. Be blessed.